Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny, and this video is Moonshot, plus a stock to watch this week and some updates. This is stock market analysis for the week of January 29th, 2018, already the first month of 2018 gone. And I know, I say this so much, I watch my older videos and go, boy, all you talk about is how time flies, but wow, did this January go quick. All right, for intra-week updates from yours truly, go to www.attackthemarkets.com, put in your first name, your best email address, and click the Join the List button. Then go to your email that you used to sign up, look for an email from me, and click on the link that's in there. That confirms that it was actually you and not some nefarious bot or somebody out to do no good and just signing you up for no reason. It just confirms that it was actually you that put in the information. So, the January barometer, made famous by Yale Hirsch, now taken over by his son Jeff Hirsch, Stock Traders Almanac, And what this says is, as January goes, so does the rest of the year. Now, a few weeks ago, I talked about the first 5 days of the year being the early warning system, okay? And now, the next thing we're looking at is where does the first month wind up? Now, we could tank over the next 3 days and give back everything we've gained so far in 2018. I mean, it doesn't look like it's likely unless there's some really strong news, strong negative news. So it looks like we'll have an up January, which suggests we will have an up rest of the year. Now, I like to watch these seasonal signals, seasonality, seasonal signals, whatever you want to call them, because I want to look at what everyone else is looking at, okay? But no, I do not make my decision on every single thing I'm trading for the rest of the year based on what we did in the first 5 days or the first month. All right? And there's more money to be made playing the ebbs and flows than just saying, okay, let's buy it, and all right, we'll just ride out the roller coaster. Because look, let's face facts here. There will be a pullback. I don't know how deep it will be. I think we're going to get a pretty nasty pullback because I think that the confidence has to be knocked out. The wind has to be knocked out of the sails of the uber confident here. However, I do not think it's going to start a bear market or anything. That's not what I'm saying. All right, but this is, like I said in the title of the video, this is a moonshot here. Okay, we're basically parabolic. We are running hard. Where do I think it stops? I think it's going to 300 on the SPY. Okay, could it stop before then? Of course. But as of right now, the way the market is acting with this momentum surge to the upside, pullbacks are still more than likely buyable. You watch for support points. You watch for reversal candles or reversal patterns, and then you look to quantify and qualify your risk, and then that's how you trade these. Chasing them up here, that's not my cup of tea. Okay? New highs are a place for what? For profit taking. Remember, we closed at all-time highs on the SPY. That means anybody that was long anywhere before the close on Friday is profitable. If we gap up Monday, it's a good spot where people may be taking profits. If you are long, congratulations. Trail stops up as you see appropriate. Okay? So that's the SPY. Here's the NASDAQ. Rocking and rolling, same story. Here's the Russell, lagging a little bit, but still okay. The Russell has been lagging for quite some time, including most of 2017. Okay, it is not a sell signal just because the small caps are not confirming the S&P 500. I got an email, somebody asked me, well, isn't this just a blatant sell signal? Absolutely not. Okay, momentum is carrying to the upside here. Whatever the reason is, okay, the momentum does not lie. You want to give Trump the credit, you want to not give Trump the credit, that's up to you, okay? But here's the deal. The stock market, as of right now, is perceived to be the best place for investors to put their money, okay? I'm not saying it is. There's a difference. Right now, it is perceived to be that. And how do I know? Because look at the freaking move it's making. Here's the diamonds, just like the S&P, and here's the mid caps. Also lagging a little bit, but nice, beautiful breakout of the triangle here. Let's go into the sectors. You got the semiconductors lagging a touch, but still really strong. Look at this move. Okay, so it makes sense that it's slowing down a little bit. But again, short signal, yeah, not here. I don't see a short signal here. Here's Clad Tanker. It's a little rough here. Needs to straighten itself out. So let's see if it forms a consolidation. Here's NVIDIA up at new highs. Really nice move. Here's Intel popped up to a new high. Beautiful. Here's banks. Okay, also nice. Citigroup, JP Morgan, just rocking and rolling. Northern Trust, come on, lagging a little bit. Zion, lagging a little bit. Okay, so what do you do with a JP Morgan? Do you just jump in here? You know, that's not, like I said, not my way. I'm looking for a consolidation like something that we saw down here. As a matter of fact, the stock that I'm going to talk about to watch this week has a consolidation that looks similar to this. How about the broker-dealer index? Lagging a little bit, but setting up in a flat consolidation. When I'm talking about lagging, I'm talking about very small, okay, a very small lag. It's not like, oh, look how, look at the big difference. It's really not. Okay, so here's Goldman Sachs, which is a real teeth knocker-outer, for lack of a better word, right? So you had a bull flag, it broke out of it, didn't quite get to the new high. Then it was like, okay, we're not going anywhere, but it held on to the 50-day, turned, and rallied. Nice move there. Here's Morgan out in front of Goldman as far as the chart is concerned. Looks like that wants to move higher as well. How about our Caterpillar? Down to the 20 EMA and wound up doing a little, I was actually pointing with my finger. I'm expecting you to see my finger pointing at the screen. So it did a little yo-yo move here. Now it's right on the 20 EMA. Here's John Deere. Just a new high here. It's consolidating. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled back a little bit here. Again, it's not a short. Let's look at Amazon. Wow. Just Bezos. The richest guy in the world. Now he's a lot richer. All right, so going. Maybe it's headed to 1,500 before it gets a serious pullback. But again, do I want to buy it up here? No. I'd rather wait for a pullback or a pause. Here's the Apple. The Apple has a pullback here. So let's run some levels for you. Right here, and then you got, that's not really necessary anymore. So you have some support, right down here at 166.60s. Okay, here's Alphabet, just rocking and rolling, watch 1200. Here's Netflix on a tear. Again, do I want to buy into this? Probably not. Don't want to short into it, that's for sure. But I want to wait for a pullback or a pause, see if it gets a nice coil like we saw here, and then releases again to the upside. Wynn Resorts. Okay, Wynn is in the news because of Steve Wynn and the sexual harassment or inappropriateness claims, and just got rock and rolled. He resigned from the financial chair of the Republican National Committee. So what are we doing here? I would stay away from this for now. If you're a nimble shorter, there may be opportunity to ride this down a little bit, down to the 50-day moving average, or maybe to the top of this resistance here at 171s. I'm not calling it a short here. To me, I want to let it digest for at least a couple of sessions, probably more like a couple of weeks, see what sets up, and then look to take it from there. Okay, there's going to be a lot of analysts coming out defending it, and who knows what else is going to be said regarding this stock and the scandal that's surrounding its CEO. Okay, I think he's the CEO, or whatever it is. He's the name behind the company. Okay, let's look at gold. Yeah, so gold has been on a nice move here, and it's right up at the upper part of the handle. I'm watching for a consolidation here, and then looking to see if it releases to the upside. Watch for this high up here at 131 as a first stop. Here's gold miners sitting right around 24. Remember what my friend Mike Swanson always says, people don't get interested in the GDX until it's over 24. Well, it is over 24, but it's kind of right around it. Here's oil, just continuing to move higher here. If this is a big ABC pattern, let's measure where this would go. So if we get A up, here, and then we get B down, and then this is C up. This would go to just, so into the 1350 area. That would be A, B, C, 1350 area for USO. And here is TLT, the bonds. A lot of talk about a bond rally, bond rally, bond rally. I don't see it just yet. I see this as just a really overlapping, annoying consolidation, but see if it releases to the upside or the down. Bonds may actually be a short. So let me do the recap. I am not looking to short here. However, we have started or in the midst of, wow, that's MIDST, by the way, for those of you who are trying to figure out what I just said, a parabolic move here. I think it could only be the start of it. We'll see. Remember, trends end in a climax, so let's see what happens here. I think 300 is possible, but we are vulnerable at any time to a pullback / pause. I do believe that next pullback and or pause will be a spot, once again, to get on board. I think we're going to 300, so I think pauses all the way up to 300. It looks like a nice opportunity, or could be a nice opportunity. Again, I'm not just saying, oh, it's one day down, let's grab it, although that may be the perfect entry. I like to see a pattern, at least a candlestick pattern, to lean against. All right, so let's talk about a couple of stocks. First is Nova Measuring Instruments. Talked about that last week, and it pooped out. It broke out, but then it came back down. So from here, if you didn't just take the quick stop out underneath where it broke, you got to watch the 200-day now at this point. It doesn't make any sense to use right here. You might as well go below the 200-day moving average on this one. Okay, so it's either a real tight stop that's already gone, or use under the 200-day moving average. Okay, the trigger would have been, let's do this, we did it last week, would have been 28.26, around 28.26. Okay, and then Adamas Pharmaceutical, and this has been a nice one. Okay, so this triggered just about 36, a little bit over 36, and went up to a high of 44-ish, a little bit above 44. Let's see, yeah, 44 on the dot. It's consolidating again. So let's draw the lines. This may be too early to draw this. It may need a couple more days, okay, to kind of work itself out, but this is the first consolidation I'm seeing. See if it can lift up, head towards the 50 area. So one of them looking pretty nice, but the Nova Instruments just not. Okay, no Nova Measuring Instruments. So got to look at the winners and the losers. Okay, not a a stink breath super guru that just looks at only the winners and never mentions the losers. So again, this may or may not be a loser yet, but got to have your stops in here in case it is not going to work. If it does lift here, I'm looking for this high as the first target, so use 32. Okay, stock for this week is Health Insurance Innovations. Remember I said look for this type of pattern. So we had the push up, the pullback, the test of it, the pullback, the test of it, and now the break. What I like to do with this, since I didn't see it before the break, I like to wait and either use the breakout point on a pullback or see if it gets an inside or a doji day and use that as the entry. And this way you can have a real tight stop. Just use a move back into the pattern as a stop out. Can risk less than $1 here, and the target is up here at 37.40s. Of course, this is, you decide what you want to do. It's, of course, your money. I'm just, doing the analysis on the chart. All right. Any questions? Tiny at attackthemarkets.com. Don't forget to join the list at attackthemarkets.com to get free intra-week updates from yours truly. Have a great trading week. I will talk to you in next week's video or during the week through the intra-week emails.